A shocking statistic, a poll that I took recently on my YouTube channel said that 38% that were happy versus 62% people that were not happy. And I can understand that. I've been the unhappy one. I mean, I came to America as a refugee with $100 living in my car after college. I was lucky enough to turn it into multiple businesses. And then I wasn't happy, and then I ended up giving most of my stuff up to the homeless, donated to the homeless, and going on the journey of what Buddha and Jesus did to find the meaning of happiness, the meaning of life. And so it's not shocking for me to see a statistic saying 62% of the people are not happy. Even though we live in the richest country ever, America, even though we have the country with the most opportunities are. Okay. Um, and part of that, I believe, is that we've lost what is important to us because, the creator, whoever it is for you that you may be, but the infinite intelligence was able to materialize or create something from non-existence. And I think that we as individuals have the same exact power because when I reflect back to my own history of life, after college with $100, I didn't have any connections. I didn't borrow any money. I didn't put anything on a credit card. I just had $100 in my pocket, and I was able to follow my intuition, which was basically someone smarter than me said that when your creator is talking to you, it's intuition. When you're talking to your creator, that's called prayer, right? So follow my intuition. And make the right moves, which was like start SEOing before there was even a word for search engine optimization, okay, and generate leads through the internet. So I was able to create a massive, smart amount of wealth without debt or credit card or any connections as a refugee to America through what the creator did, which is materialize something out of nothing. Many of us think that if we want to have a successful business, we need to go borrow money. We need to have big offices. We need to have all these things. We need to have all these prerequisites before we can be our dreams. And that's for the system. The system teaches us that. And if we believe in that system, if we believe in those ideas, then yes, for us, our destiny will be through hardship because we need to have all these material things, prerequisites before we can be our dream. We need to have certain type of credit score before we can get a loan. We need to have some kind of college degree before we can get our dream job or whatever. But there is another thing, right? Rumi said, my favorite poet said, you understand one, you understand two, but you don't understand and. And the and is the manifestation, the creation of something out of nothing, like the creator did, right? We have the disability because there was no way in hell my odds were slim to start with $100 living out of my car to be able to have a multi-million-dollar moving company and then get rental properties and then own a brokerage firm. There was no way. I mean, the odds were all against me. And the only reason I was able to manifest something because I was happy and I was a believer. I truly believe in my heart of hearts because in the book, in the Bible, it says you're going to have faith of a mustard seed, right? You have to believe that so much. You got to believe it so much that you have faith on it that you're willing to take a leap of faith knowing that the stone was going to appear on you, right? The step is going to appear on you. So the problem is that, even though we live in America with this great abundance, majority of us are not happy, and therefore we cannot manifest wealth from the word and, like Rumi said in his poem. You understand one, you understand two, but you don't understand and. The magic, the miracles, the things that we don't understand. For example, at one point in our life, we didn't understand microscopic things, right? Like germs and bacteria and cellular level, etc. So we thought these things didn't exist, but they existed only when we increased our education into understanding of telescopes and things of that nature, that we started understanding, that there are smaller levels of creation that we can't see with the naked eye. And the same thing is what I mean by what Rumi meant by the word and. There's so many other things that we don't understand. Therefore, if we don't believe in that stuff, which is basically the most important thing is to have wealth, is to have happiness, is what I'm trying to get to, okay? If we don't believe in having happiness, then we are stuck into this material world of if I want to get 1 plus 1, I have to go with that logic only. I can't get another answer because of manifestation, of creativity, of creating something out of nothing, of the magic or the miracle or of what people say, because that comes from the creator and you have to be happy. And the whole system, if it's the education system, if it's the banking system, is want us not to be happy. And that's why the polls are what they are, because they want to suppress the mass of people so they cannot produce and have abundance in their lives, so they could have jobs, so they can get a loan for their car, get a loan for their mortgage, because that keeps them busy and producing for the ultra rich, because they need us to be the workers for them. So, but if everyone was happy, right, which is the most important thing, because if you and I can focus on only being happy, if we're happy, then we're going to be happy with our kids or with our family. And if we're happy, we're able to give. When we give, karma changes in our favor. Then we have intuitions, we have ideas that pop into our brain, and we'll have more courage to listen to those ideas and take the action. And when we take the action, we're not half-butting it, we're not half-assing it, we're giving it all we got, because we're doing it out of the token, out of our love, because we want to do that versus that we have to do that. And then in return, that creates significant abundance, because that happened to me when I started my moving company with $100 right out of college. That happened to me when I let go of all my stuff and I got donated to give it to the homeless. Excuse me, guys. I'm freestyling and all this stuff, drinking some hot tea. Anyways, when I donated my stuff to the homeless, I went to Colorado and I was able to manifest, right? I said, I'm going to sell this much book. And I hit that amount. I said, I'm going to get on the Amazon first page for this book. And I hit that, and I sold thousands of dollars a book. And let me remind you, I can't spell. I flunked English college 3 times, almost didn't get a degree. So I'm the last guy that can write a book and get it on Amazon first page. But I was able to do that because I followed my intuition. I give back and I feed the homeless people. And somehow I was able to sell thousands of dollars of books without a publisher, with a bunch of grammatical error, right? And whatever the number I projected to myself, and I told my wife, we're going to sell this much. We hit that exact number, not one short, not one less. The same thing happened to my VA course, my virtual assistant course. I told my wife, we're gonna sell this many of these courses, and we're selling them for like $200 or $300, which is a decent amount of money, an unbelievable amount of money for a guy that has never sold anything online. Again, I used to own a moving company. I was own a brokerage firm. I was a real estate investor, but I was never really a guy that sold books or sold PDFs or even wrote a book in his life ever. The best I ever done was write manuals for me and my teammates to follow. But that was it. To be able to go sell thousands of dollars of a course that I hadn't even produced. I hadn't even produced the course. So the point of this story is that it's not because I was smart. It's not because I understood one or I understood two. It's because, I believed in the end of that I can manifest something, right? I can create something out of the non-existence. Okay. That's what the creator did. That's what you do every day. When you take a banana and you eat it, you're transforming that one thing to the other thing, which is fuel for your body. So everyone can do this. But the point is, you have to be happy. In my mind, the core idea, number one, is if you're not in harmony, if you're not happy, right, then we don't have the power to create. And I'm not talking about creating something for the producer to pick it up, or the movie producer to pick it up, or the book producer to pick it up. No. I'm talking about creating out of your love and passion, and letting the world, declare you, right? Because we're past the era of having that middleman, the gatekeeper, to tell us if we're good or not, because that's how the rich keep control. But we're in a different stage of life now, where anyone can make their own book, anyone can be their own dreams, just even through, having a business is on website only, guys. Okay. But the very first goal is you have to be happy. And the education system says you're A, B, and C. Right there doesn't make you happy. It compares you with other people. The advertisement says you're too short, you're too skinny, you're too fat, you're too this, or you don't have a good credit score, or you have this kind of car. See, the whole system is about make you feel like insufficient. Because when we feel insufficient, when we are depressed, when we don't feel good, then we cannot create. And we cannot create, then we have to be constrained, right, to the world of the material, and the world of FICO score, and the world of bank notes that they are printing. The central banks are printing, but they want me and you to borrow for and make 29% interest rate on it, or 7%, or whatever the story is. Okay, we're constrained to that world. But many of the greats that are able to create is they go above that constraints. They understand that creation is meant to create, and you don't need material things. You don't need a FICO score. You don't need some kind of test, some kind of degree, some kind of weight size, or you can start where you stand. The way you are, you can create, as long as you spend your life energy into making yourself happy through maybe physical activity, through meditation, to believe in yourself. Because once you're happy, then you start believing in yourself. You start listening to your intuition, and therefore, the intuition is your creator talking to you, and when you willing to listen to yourself through silence, then you're able to take massive actions because you believe in it, and you're going to over deliver instead of under deliver, because you have 100% faith that it's going to work. And even though you only need the faith of a mustard seeds, you have undetermining faith that nothing can shake you from, nothing can shake you from, nothing can shake you from. And that's exactly what you need if you want to make money. And if you want to be happy, if you want to make money, you got to be happy, guys, because if you can't be happy, you're never going to make significant amount of money. And a job is never going to free you, right? And debt is never going to free you. It's just the system that they trap us on. If you want to have abundance in your life, you got to focus on being happy, and being happy around the people you're with. Once that happens, then the moons and the stars will line up for you to have happiness, abundance, and all the material things that you could ever imagine. Because when I look back into my life and I was able to create so much material wealth, it's because I was truly a believer in what I was doing. There was no doubt. There was no one. I was a tree planted. There was no hurricane going to break my root. And then two, I was very happy and passionate and loved what I was doing, even though I was living in my car with my first company, right? Even though I had no money, right? So, that's where we're at. If you could click the like button, share this message. Let me know your thoughts below. I mean, the numbers are shocking. 63% of my viewers are not happy, which it doesn't shock me. I believe the numbers should be even higher in America, because we all are trained societally to compare ourselves with the other person, to see what kind of car the other guy has, what kind of success they have. And trust me, I've been there. I've been caught up in the clutches of accumulation, and that's why I realized it was a cancer, and I give it all away, right? Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Much love.